What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. It's never a dull moment, right? Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment dealing with crypto and dealing with life. I tell you, the title of this John, I can't even see the title of this. What was the title of this? Stay focused. Keep the focus. They want you to remain poor. Well, what am I talking about? Because first and foremost, as I always say, not gonna keep y'all too long. We're gonna see if I keep y'all too long today or not. Because I don't think it's gonna be one of those long johns. Nah. Not really. Maybe. Who knows? We're gonna keep it natural though. This last few days, like I kinda like I always say, enjoy life. You have to. You have to step away from the nonsense, internet foolishness, and live life. Nooney in the building, I see you. It's not your money. You want to see something done, you do it. Don't get scammed, man. It's not your money. What's up, Nooney? It's not your money. Ah! Yo, I finally, it's not your money fiddling. I'm gonna keep this highlighted up there for a minute, yo. Nooney, what's up? It's not your money fiddling. Yo, man. You know, I'm gonna get right into it, man. These people are sometimes you I remember talking about certain topics and themes and certain things for a while, like a long time ago. You want to see maximum gains, you got to go through the maximum pain. Like this was back then when they were talking the 55, 10,000x, the whole mania, the previous bull market, all that. Same time period, I was saying people need to be careful because folks are going to come out of the woodwork trying to get you to sell the coins that you sacrifice for, trying to get you to buy into their nondescript projects by giving away what you hold, what you own. Why do you think they're selling you their coins for the coins you hold? And to just be careful of the massive levels of scams that are out here and scammers that are out here, just to simply be careful. I wasn't speaking with a crystal ball. I wasn't trying to predict anything. I was respecting what history presented itself up to that point in cryptocurrency. I was respecting the patterns and behaviors of people in crypto. That's what I was doing. Respecting the good and definitely being aware of the bad. Being aware of these snake oil salesmen and saleswomen that come out of nowhere to try to have you buy into whatever it is they're selling you. This is what they've done up to this point and will continue to do moving forward. Nothing's going to change because when you're talking about money, greed is a motivating factor for people to become extremely selfish to no end. As long as their pockets are being filled, they don't care who gets hurt. And it's crazy how things have materialized in such a way and continue to materialize in such a way to this day. I call all of that this low level way of being, low level, a way of existing, where if you see something that's like you do a survey, you read the landscape, you read the room, you do a survey of whatever's going on, and you understand what's going on at whatever level that you're at. And when you want to sort of like grow from that or rise above that, you acknowledge what you understand that's around you. You take the good and you leave the bad. If you take the bad with you, well, you'll be doomed to repeat certain mistakes that ended up harming you. No matter how far you think you're going to elevate from all this nonsense going on here, man. You at the bottom and you witnessing all the nonsense taking place at the bottom, and you ignore it and pretend like it doesn't exist. You take all this nonsense that comes with that with you. Jay, everything, I see you, man. Gratitude. Salute. 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 You have people while we're waiting for something to take place. Excuse me. While we're waiting for these markets to really show what a raging bull market does, you watching shenanigans on top of shenanigans on top of shenanigans take place, man. That's why it at some point I say to myself, yo, this is not even something I'm proud to want to be a part of. Like, you know what I mean? Like, honestly, like, I'm careful. Like, I don't like to just say, oh yeah, this is my community. Nah. It's not because I feel like I'm better. I just don't want to align myself with riffraff. LaDanny Amore, I see you. Yeah, it never stops. It never stops. This is nonsense taking place here, man. Like, it's absolute. It's at the point where it's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing how people behave with like no repercussions. This is the wild, wild west. Still is the wild, wild west. So much so that you could launch a coin right now, have your team in place, rug the contract within minutes, and you could potentially get away with it scot-free right now. This is what we're dealing with. I don't care what governing body or institutional agency is coming and going after people and this and that, and they want to clamp down. Right now in this industry, in this whole thing, it's the wild, wild west. Never forget that. And I don't know when it'll change for the better. And I don't know what changing for the better means, except eliminating the risk of losing, reducing the risk of exposing yourself to criminals trying to steal from you. It's the absolute wild, wild west right now. That's why people feel like they can do whatever they want to do, because there is no repercussions. Yes, we understand people have gotten locked up, lost their freedom. Historically, we understand all of that. But the majority of the criminal behaviors that take place, the majority, these people launching coins, don't know what they're doing. They actually no. Let me take that back. They do know what they're doing, because they got to rob everybody who followed them behind the launch. Innumerable rug pull after scams, after all types of grifts. Innumerable. And they got away with it. Carte blanche, scot free. And they'll look at you and dare you to say something. Not even dare you to say something, but dare you to even do something after saying something. It's easy to do that. It's easy to steal. It's easier to grift. It's easier to lie to the people, right? Create something that yields no benefit to any perceived community except the person or people who are launching whatever garbage or trash they launch. It's the wild, wild west in crypto, man. That's why I say keep the focus. They want you to remain poor because they want to become enriched off of our dime, off of our blood, sweat, and tears. And however you want to interpret that, off of our money. This is what they're will continue to do. Where do you see yourself in that picture? It's the wild, wild west. Won't change anytime soon. Probably will never change. We've seen it. You've seen it. You don't need any more examples to show you what I'm talking about. If you've been paying attention, all I'm doing is basically doing a recap. And a recap of not of the last 16 years. I'm talking about events that took place within the last week, give or take, couple weeks, give or take, that have mimicked what's been going on for several years. People think it's so, this is why I say, like, this whole thing when this whole Maxi stupid narrative came up about Maxis don't like anybody and don't believe in builders and foolishness. You have to think smart. When you decide to launch a coin, to launch a token, you have to now understand everything with respect to your whatever position, as far as you're no longer somewhat of an enthusiast, right? You're no longer really a retail investor. The rules change for you instantly. But because it's so easy to do it, just because it's easy don't mean that you should do it. You could easily drink a bottle of poison. Does that mean you should do it? The greed factor, like all they care about is the opportunity to rob and steal. That's all they care about. They do these launches and dress it up real nice and tell you the purpose of the coin, what it's about, how you're going to be able to use it, how it's going to be able to make money for you. To the point where you then believe in them and believe in whatever trash they're talking about, and you spend your money on garbage. Because while you spending your money, they're taking your money, literally, and running, rugging, scamming, because it's easy for them to do that. And folks will continue to let themselves become victims. When I would say one or two things over the years about Dr. Moore, I see you. LaDanielle Moore, I see you. Vi, I see you. Good day to you all. When I used to say certain things, like I'll give like maybe one example of what people should maybe pay attention to. One or two over the years, certain things. Just pay attention to this behavior. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to this and that, this and that. It's to help you, not to expose yourself to opportunity to lose. It's to reduce your chances of getting scammed. Anybody who's launching a coin, they have to prove. It's going to take time to prove that they're honorable, that whatever coin they launched is actually valuable. It's going to take time. This is not something, this is literally being treated like a casino. Like, this is not what you should take lightly, but people see it in a different way. They see it where this is a quick way to take advantage of the world. This is a quickest and easiest, seemingly seamless way to make some fast money and run. And then when I hear, this baseless, empty rhetoric from these fake builders and founders who don't understand the perspective of, listen, you have to prove yourself. You have to prove yourself. No one's supposed to be easily trusting anyone in a trustless situation. Your work has to prove itself over time. They want to say that you, as a person who likes certain coins or talks about only certain coins, that you're not, you're vilified, you're an enemy, you're a communist. The furthest thing from the truth, the nonsense, the empty rhetoric. But if you were supporting their tokens, if you were supporting their garbage, understand that you can easily become a part of their insider group. You can easily, right? If you are a person who understands how this goes, it goes both ways in every single way. You could easily conform and say, oh no, you're not a maxi, anymore, and talk about all the coins under the sun. Well, then there's opportunity for you to now be ready for everybody to throw in opportunities at you. And we're not talking about solid opportunities. We're talking about people giving you allocations, people trying to pay you so that you could really work for them. Pay you with giving you tokens so that you could really work for them. In other words, you're behind the scenes. Now you become somewhat of, again, an inside player because you're leveraging your popularity on the internet for some money, invariably selling your soul, selling your colon, because all you care about is money. So you reduce yourself, right, to that of a doormat. You just could be used. Throw a little piece of change or crypto at you, and that's all it takes for you to defile who you are. It's the Wild Wild West. It's very easy. It's very easy. And people have shown you when you have these fake, to me, they're so fake, crypto news outlets, these crypto news outlets and internet links and sites. I'm not even mentioning their names, because when I first got into crypto, of course, if you have a news outlet, you might find that useful if you refer to it just to keep abreast as to what's going on. You figure you have a man that's been in crypto since 2010, mining Bitcoin 50 cents per block, blah, blah, blah. You figure this man launched a derivative of Ethereum, an ERC20, that performed 10,000x in 22 months or 623 days. Much quicker than Ethereum did in 2.5 years. You figure you have a guy who just seemed like he took a lot of time out of his life to get on the internet and speak about cryptocurrency, the do's and don'ts. He also, says that he put out a free self-development book and ideas about his philosophy on how you can improve the quality of your life and being. And with all this work he's done on the internet, he built a community around him. Didn't have to pay anybody to buy into his thoughts. Saw that there was some kind of challenge in the Ethereum ecosystem. Created 2 sacrifice periods, because the idea was, if Ethereum can't take care of the expensive fees, if Ethereum can't take care of a community that made Uniswap very popular, extremely popular, blown it out the water, if Ethereum wants to carry on and implement weird things like S-load function to make things super expensive, I'm gonna fork this chain, do a sacrifice thing, add a DEX to it, build the community even more. Do you think these crypto outlets talked about the efforts, the good efforts that the founder was making over the last 15 years? Let's say not even, no, don't even talk about 15. Talk about since 2019. Since December 2nd, 2019 till now. Do you think these outlets, there was it's just astounding to me. They would talk, and I used to watch other channels. Like 4 years ago, I used to watch other fake crypto news channels. To me, they're fake because they're not news channels. They were just people talking about news and crypto. And while I'm just eagerly in the depths of DeFi here, and I'm hearing these influencers talk about supposed DeFi projects that are talking, blockchains and innovations. They would never mention anything Pulse Chain, anything founder related, anything Hex, anything Pulse, not one, nothing positive, no moment of nothing at all, no real updates. It was only one time when I was listening to one influencer's channel who's not in this community. They're actually in the BTC Cardano community. Only one time he read an article and they mentioned Pulse Chain, but but Pulse Chain wasn't the focal point of the article. It was something else they talked about and blah blah blah, and also lightly mentioned Pulse Chain. Nobody, like as far as was given the recognition. You talk about all these crypto news outlets that would talk to you about boring information on the daily. You think they supported RH in a positive way? No. There's a time, and I've said this before already. If you've been listening to my channel, these people don't like him. He's more disliked than he's liked. These people don't like him. They don't. And because he didn't give up and he just let things, he just sort of he sowed the seeds, put it out there. He did the work. He did so much. And now things are beginning to sprout. But in truth, they don't like him. They don't support him. You talk about somebody who's purported to be so successful monetarily, financial, portfolio. You hobnobbing with the likes of billionaires. You think they don't know each other? There are not many of them in the world like that compared to poor people. And you creating innovations and opportunity to have the world's largest free airdrop, and none of that got any real press. None of that. Yo, they don't like him for real. All the weird marketing he was doing in 2022. For that, he should have millions of followers. No, they try to suppress, ignore. The weirdo activity with CoinMarketCap, Hex on the third page, all that. It's been something against him, these endeavors against him to push him back, keep him in the back burner. And how has that really worked for them? It hasn't, not well at all. But I'm showing you the twisted level of disrespect that the majority of the world has for RH. Point blank, period. There's been too much marketing effort that's been done, not even by him only, but by the community. It's just too many things that have happened so far within 5-year period that no other blockchain community can compare. They pale in comparison to what's been done in Hex. It's just been beyond. I'm talking about the dude has a movie in his likeness. Motion picture. Not something from some JVC camera, Panasonic camera from 1995. Motion picture. And it's meager results. Whether you like the film or not, or this and that, and all these other things, streamers upon streamers, people have done all these things, conferences, worldwide meetups, all kinds of stuff going on, all kinds of stuff, all this. No press by these crypto news outlets. But what they will do is speak about old information and act as if it's breaking news. Old disparaging information, old information that could damage one's reputation. That's what they would have put on the news collectively, en masse. Multiple crypto, all kinds of stuff on Twitter, all kinds of different, crypto news outlets, the same ones that couldn't talk about him in a favorable light. They want to reintroduce some kind of old information as if it's breaking news to damage his character. And what did you do by that? What do you think that was? What do you think these fools and idiots were doing by that? Why? Because they're scared. They see dude is about to smash and shit all over the SEC. I didn't even want to curse today, but it is what it is. Nobody cares. They see this thing is around the corner. Like this judge, SEC case, about to give favorable results, man. And these people are so pissed off. The powers that be are so upset. They're gonna try to do anything and everything, pull everything and anything you can. You might as well pull out the whole $500 fine he had to pay for being a spam king. Where he did that? Somewhere in the United States, out west somewhere, maybe Seattle. I don't know. I don't do the research. Nobody cares. What else are you gonna talk about? What else? What you gonna do? To the point where he just issued a response on Twitter, talk about he's safe. Let people know like he's safe. What does it imply? They're doing dangerous things, man. It's like a witch hunt. Cause I don't know if he's safe. He's telling the world he's safe. But what they're doing to me is not. These are not peaceful antics they're doing here, man. And what did people do in the community? Naturally, you got scared and many panicked. It was going to be another hurdle for people to overcome because they're trying to break the spirit. They're trying to literally introduce maximum pain before you can see the maximum gains. Again, going back to what I was saying in the beginning of the broadcast. And to what end? I'll tell you to what end. To the point where the few can have all of the control and the many can remain in a state of poverty. Remain impoverished mentally, in mind, body, and spirit. You think they want you to sell whatever it is that you think you're doing on Pulse Trade, sell it. They don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to be well off. They don't want you to experience what independence really is, right? They want you to remain in a state of servitude, subjugation, enslaved in mind, body, and spirit. These people had no shame issuing something about some 16-year-old. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm gonna get back to the launching coin thing, because y'all thought you could act like you slick as much as you want. These people that launch coins, they like it's nothing. We're gonna get back to that. But these people are so disgusting. The whole industry, this is why I used to say too, is corrupt. It's corrupt beyond measure. The levels of corruption, it's like what I've seen and studied over the years puts a bad taste in my mouth. It's like you don't even want to be a part of the ecosystem of any crypto related anything. You just want to mind your business, do you as best as you see fit. Because this right here, y'all don't even have no clue. Look what your girl Haktua did a couple weeks ago. Like it was nothing. Like it's easy to rob people, man. Whether she was complicit or not, it's easy. Look what that other weird guy from Europe did a few days ago. You are broadcasting. Oh, you would never launch coins. You don't understand this and that, like why people launch coins, this and that. And what did you do? you launch coins, and then didn't explain. They didn't explain the contradiction. See what folks do? What they do is they hold on to the current accusations. They don't go by the origin of the foolishness, the origin of the hypocrisy. They speak about the current accusations about being called a grifter. So you can easily debunk that and say, oh no, how am I a grifter? You could see this is how markets do. This is not my wallet and this wallet. You could explain your way, but people don't hold these folks to the fire and say, well, wait a minute. Here we have a record of you saying you're not going to do X, Y, and Z. Why did you change your mind? And it's okay. Because the thing about it is, like what I'm saying is, what's okay is you want to. You have freedom to do whatever you want. You have freedom to do whatever you want. But when you introduce dishonesty and you're evasive, that puts a blemish on your character as a human being. Like no one outside of no one should believe in anything you have to say moving forward, because you're not forthcoming. You're not transparent enough. Like you could say, listen, guys, I changed my mind. I know what I said was crazy in the past about not launching coins and it's bad and this and that. I'm going to launch a coin. You know why? You know why I'm going to do it? It's because I need to pay my bills. And I'm going to help my community pay their bills by launching a coin, thereby messing yourself up, putting a rod up in your colon, up in your anus, because now you just opened yourself to all kinds of regulatory scrutiny. But if you don't care, you don't care, because it's the Wild Wild West. You take your chances, right? That's what these people do. But if they were at least honest and say, okay, I know I roll on my belly and I'm always hissing. I know I do this, but give me a chance to prove to you that I'm not a snake. Even though I roll on my belly, I don't have feet, I don't have limbs, I have forked tongue, and I'm hissing constantly, all the time. I want to convince you I'm not a snake. That's what we're dealing with here. Doesn't even respect. I can't even dignify his existence by acknowledging his name. If you know, you know. Because this fits the profile of so many people, man. You don't care about any legal implications. You just want to launch a coin because you see it's wide open. It's the wild, wild west. It's wide open to take advantage, rob the people, and run. And many of them are so bold, they look at you. They stick around, and they do it again and again and again. And they stick around. Why? Because it's the wild, wild west. The regulations they claim that they put in here is you can't feel it. It's foolish. It's almost like it's non-existent. They too busy going after billionaires. They're too busy going after people like Richard Hart. And this is the thing. They went after CZ. Did they lock up your man FTX? Weirdo. They locked up Mashinsky, right? They're going after these big boy players, man. Big boy game. This is the thing. And this is very true. These people they got so thirsty about launching coins to want to build their ego off of you, off of us. They want to empower themselves so they can go on in life, say, yeah, I participated in crypto. I have my own coin. Ego. These people that launch these coins telling you they're building. How many coins do you need in your life to really see something great happen for you? You know, how many of these coins do you really need? You don't need much. You don't need you know. That's why the man explained it. You know, don't ask me to say, please, you know, launch coins. Talk about the coins that already exist here, because the ones that exist here, we look like, you know, it's as if we don't even need them. So you're gonna keep building more and more and more. Never mind that. But what about, because yes, it's the Wild Wild West, and you still have these thirsty agencies. Just like the my viewer said, I don't know if he's young or old, but he said, it's not your money, Finland. Finland wants their cut. Possibly. Everybody, all these people, SEC wants their cut. What's the other one? AFTAC, back, lock. IRS wants their cut. How are you legally protected? Did you dot your I's and cross your T's? No. They launch and worry about the repercussions later. You think all these people that launch coins, you think they could handle being in some type of legal entanglement with a government body? Let me tell you something, yo. Let me tell you something, man. How many of these motherfuckers in this space can really afford an 11-man attorney team? Cream of the crop. They say this is like the cream of the crop. Powerhouse. The best that money can buy. To protect them and defend them, right? And advocate for them against any type of regulatory body. How many of these people here can do that? How many? All these coin launchers and fake founders, how many of them can afford that level of legal representation? But they will shade RH. Meanwhile, they're hiding in his shadows, watching what happens and unfold with him versus the SEC, while they talk shit about him behind his back, literally, while they hide in his shadows. And they do the same thing he's done or that he taught them to do, and still talk shit about the man. And these are coming from many of your coin founders and leaders and grifters and traders, because they don't care about you. They pretend like they do. They only care about themselves. They want you to remain in a state of destitution. They want you to sell. And people seem like they're more scared than strong. They're more scared than strong. Happy holidays, DJ Cryptomatic. You saw how people sold over the weekend. Over what? Old news. It's like they always come with a perspective of doom and gloom. They don't look at the opportunity for what it is, a positive. They don't. Dr. Morris says the name matches the number of cardinal sins, but definitely not. I hear you. It's weird. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I just speak about things from what I've observed in my observations. And I see that a lot of people will just never understand. Some of the simplest things that we deal with in this crypto thing, like folks just won't understand because they stand in their own way. They block their own blessings. They'll never understand a quarter of what it takes to deal with crypto, to deal with it, like to handle it, to participate in it. This is not for everybody, even though it's for everybody, but this is not for everybody. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. You know, the person who launched last week even went on a stream to even say that this is the thing about how people, you can't trust these people, folks. You can't trust them. The guy said on the stream, look into my eyes. I'm being straightforward with you all. I am not a scammer. You know, one of the members of the community, this is him. One of the members, I'm paraphrasing, one of the members in the community, a well-known influencer. You might as well say his name the way he described the guy. He said a well-known influencer invested 10K in his coin. And the coin went up 10x that the person cashed out. Made $100,000. How many other people you think did that? Why identify 1 out of 8 billion? You see the psychology here? And then we'll say to the viewers, look into my eyes, I'm not a scammer. I didn't sell none of my coins. Look at my wallets, I didn't sell. Disrespecting disrespecting the viewers and thinking people are stupid, as if people don't have multiple wallets. Like, who are you people dealing with? And that's why sometimes it's like, like me as a professional, as a human being, and man, I don't abide by any type of criminal anything, activity, nothing. You do anything around me, I'm telling. I'm reporting your dumb ass. For sure. But I don't owe you anything. You definitely don't owe me nothing. And I'm not gonna be complicit, right, to any type of foolish paradigm, criminal behavioral activity. I see something going on and people really getting hurt, I'm the type to tell, and that's what it is. In real period, I've always been like that. And I know some of the work. I know some unsavory human beings in life, and they already know my bop. They know my MO. They know how I move. And I hold my head up high for real, like 100% in everything I do. Since I was a child, why are you always walking so straight and with your head up high? Because I'm supposed to. My head's not supposed to be on the floor. That's what I have my feet for. Keep my head up in the sky, real high while I'm grounded. My feet grounded. It's about balance. It's about balance. These people will lie to you. Lie to our face. Say some foolishness, nonsense, and act like it's okay. Because there's very next to no repercussions. When the next bear market comes, right? All these people that launch these coins, it's true. Shout out to B Roots and what he said. I don't invest in no meme coin, stuff like that, but the truth is the truth. Sometimes you got to accept it, even though it comes from somebody who you may not agree with their investment style. B Roots said in the stream recently, when the bear market hits, all these people that launch coins need to be afraid, because people are going to get angry, and they're gonna report. They're gonna make reports. They're gonna knock on the door of some type of third-party law enforcement agency, regulatory body, blah blah blah, and report you and how the coin that you launch wrecked them. Whether it's their fault or not your fault, do your own research. Don't put more than you could afford. All that, it don't matter. Because look what Richard Hart going through. For example, what the word was that this one person, he got so pissed off, knocked on the SEC door, reported Richard for the outrage marketing and the money raised, crowdfunding. They keep that over his head forever. And someone got pissed off and we were in the bear market. Why do you think it should be different for anybody else who launches coins? They don't care. They don't think that the smoke will reach them. They don't think that fire will reach them. So it's take advantage now while you can. No, they don't care about the implications. When you're launching a coin, you're creating your own currency out here, period, like this. And you don't have all your ducks in a row. You don't have all your affairs in order. In case you do get the blowback, you don't care because you're getting the bag right now. You could snipe the contracts. You and your insiders. This is the thing. This is what's poisonous. These people move in circles. They move in groups. They know. They like those of us on the outside. We don't know. We're susceptible. This is high level. It's not even high level. It's just Ponzi-nomics. And we're victims of Ponzi-nomics with the US dollar. So all that other stuff people talk about, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Who could get in first, the earliest, and pray that many people come behind you so that you can sell on them? That's what we have going on over here. And I wish people were more balanced and objective in this community. I wish people were not easily bought. Right? Seriously, I wish people were not easily on the take. Can easily be compromised for $1. I wish people were more open and just, comfortable with speaking their mind. With respect to this crypto stuff, speak truth, not just a Richard Heart. Talk about other people, regular people like you and I, like my viewers and I, who say, nah, be careful of these people, be careful of this behavior, be careful of this activity, that activity, to safeguard yourself. Because I aspire, like within the next, I don't know, couple weeks. The last court hearing was Halloween, October 31st. They said, shortly after that, you could expect a decision or so. This is what I interpreted. I don't know. Do your research. The 31st will be 60 days. So I would say maybe, the court moves slow. So, the first quarter of next year, you probably hear something like the judge make a decision on the case. January, first week, second week, maybe the end of January, who knows? And what do you think is going to happen if everything works out, which everything should, because they don't control anything. You can't turn these operations off. You can't shut it down. We run our own operations on our own devices. Nodes are being run all over the world. What are they talking about? They see opportunity for people here that are going to be rich, and it just usurps their authority. Right? It usurps their authority, their control over the dominion of the world. You're watching a group of regular individuals who believe in something, possibly going to see some massive gains in a not so distant future. And these people don't want this minority of individuals, selfish, greedy demons, don't want that. They want to see all of us remain in a state of destitution. Never forget that. And that even starts from within. From within. And not all of this is external. It starts from within. Because you got weirdos. Weirdo. If you're doing weird things, you're a weirdo to me. Call me a weirdo to no end if I ever tell you I'm launching a damn token, yo. And you see me launch a stupid token. I'm not doing that, man. There's rules that I have to abide by. I'm not careless, willy-nilly with it, and a single young man who has no responsibilities and just could take stupid risks and money grabs. Because that's what the majority of these things have become, money grabs. You're telling people, oh no, it doesn't make sense to launch coins, this and that, and that, and this, and then you launch a coin. How can any word you utter moving forward on the internet be, anybody believe you? You learned from other weirdos that launched their own coins, their own vanity tokens, to satisfy their ego coins. You learn from other people who are just so entrenched in themselves, engrossed in whatever the type of selfish aggrandizement, right? Delusions of grandeur. You learn from other people who did the same thing, and then you did it for yourself because you didn't want to feel left out, because you couldn't wait. You saw all the prices under SAC for RH coins under SAC, and it was grueling to you because you're not about it. You're not about crypto like this for real, man. Let's say, in the meantime, you could do a launch and get paid. Who wouldn't want to get paid, man? But it's how you play. It's how you play the game. It's how you play it. Be smart. But it's these fools, and then people support these clowns. They're scared too. That's why they tell you all these things are experiments. But this idiot went as far as to say to have expectations. This fool, like, he's just, some people are just like with reckless abandon. Oh, have expectations. I will be working for you to make profit. Like, you don't know what you're dealing with. Nobody's going to respect money. Your money better than you. Take care, y'all.